Jonathan is as shameless as a he-goat. Welcome, guys, to another masterpiece. Valorize your mental health because your mental health is everything worth prioritizing, just as Clara just did. And do you know what Benny did? Benny is playing a smart game here between Jonathan and Clara. And Benny is putting Jonathan on his right spot by exposing the real true definition of Jonathan. That's his inner self is being revealed to the open to everyone. Do you know that Jonathan stole from his own child, his own biological child? And Teresa also came in as Clara's elder sister, not Benny's mother, as we thought. Do you know that Jonathan was in the house and guess what? This lady returned back from meeting with the mother. And when she got home, she met Jonathan in the house. Jonathan was not aware where she went to. She had to tell Jonathan that she went to see Clara. And Jonathan got agitated and started shouting and calling her names. That why will you go and meet that good for nothing woman without my consent or without my authority, without my permission? And you know what she did? She outsmarted Jonathan this time. She told Jonathan that she went there to dish the piece of her mind to that woman. She went there to tell her that she is selfish, she is worthless, and she is not worthy to be called a mother. Jonathan was like, are you for real? Are you telling me the truth? You went there to call her these names? Hey, my daughter, you are the true child of your father. Come and give me a hug. And she gave Jonathan a hug. Look at the food, the mumu. And she was in her heart like, see this one. So you think I went there to dish her own. Meanwhile, I went there to tell her that our plans are working, that let her keep being there. I will expose you completely to her. You don't even know what I'm up to. And that is how Jonathan was jubilating. Jonathan told her that it's good as you are now seeing it. When I used to tell you, you used to think that I am complaining or I am nagging. Now it's good as you have seen that she never loved you. She claimed she loved you, but she never did. What mother would abandon the child for a business, a mere restaurant? And that is how Benny told Jonathan that was the thing I told her. I told her that I will never again in my life call her mother. And Benny went to her room. So when Benny went to her room, do you know what this useless Jonathan did? Somebody called Jonathan useless Jonathan. Don't call him Jonathan again. Attach useless in front, and then you finish it now with Jonathan. Jonathan went to the room, met Benny in the room, and told Benny that when you went to insult your mother like that, did you ask her for that 50,000? Because as it is, I don't have any dime on me. I don't have any kobo. I'm even hoping from that money so that we can feed and take care of ourselves with it. How are we going to cope? Grandma just left because I'm unable to take care of her and she doesn't want to die of starvation. So she has packed her luggages and gone back to her own house. So it's just the two of us now in this house. How are we going to cope? So, upon all that noise, all that drama that Clara's mother was doing, she could not bear to be without feeding. So she had to run away for her own life since Jonathan is unable to feed the house. See, believe human being at your own risks. This child was surprised. She was like, what are you talking about, father? I thought you said you were going to take care of my bills. I thought you said you're going to give me the money to go pay my excursion fee with it. So what are you talking about? And Jonathan said, I don't have that kind of money. I went to your auntie Jennifer. Jennifer refused giving me the money. I went to Emeka, my friend. Emeka refused giving me the money. I went to Kennedy. Kennedy also refused giving me the money. So where do you expect me to take that money from? So the only thing I will tell you is this. Call your mother and take that money from her. Because if you are chased out of school, me, I'm done with my own education. Me, I will not be embarrassed. It's you that will be embarrassed. It's you that will be humiliated and chased out of the school and you will be a dropout. So that is not my problem. Oh. So if you don't want to act smart, you don't want to act wisely, then that is left for you. I am not going to tell you this again. I have always taught you to be wiser than this. Yes, and this child was like, Father, are you realizing that you are talking to your own child, your biological child? Supposed to be your responsibility, not mom. How can you be asking me? I just told you here that I went and I dish out serious insult on this woman, and you still want me to go and collect money from this woman? If I go there, do you know that she will now think that you are unable to take care of me and you are unable to take care of the house, and she will begin to mock at us? Is that what you want? Jonathan said, at this point in time, it doesn't matter. If she likes, she mocks. All is that she has given you the money before mocking, okay? And she said, all right, she's going to call. And Jonathan said, better. And Jonathan left. And when Jonathan left, guess what happened? Who showed up? Teresa showed up. She knocked at the door, and when Jonathan saw her, Jonathan was so happy. Jonathan was like, oh God, you heard my prayers. You have just sent Clara's elder sister here. Right now, she will now take care of the kitchen. I can now feed. My daughter can feed. At least I know she's coming with some money because she's working. Is this not a gigolo man? Is this not a gold digger? Useless Jonathan is a gold digger. And when useless Jonathan was talking with her, Teresa also was like, yeah, our mom called me and told me everything. I'm here to salvage what is left of the marriage between you and Clara. I will not stand and watch Clara back out of your house. And Jonathan started playing the victim here. Useless Jonathan told this woman that, see, Clara have turned me into her punching bag. Clara has done everything evil on me. I keep understanding. I keep condoling. She has suppressed me, oppressed me. What have she not done to me? And Teresa was like, don't bother. I am here to salvage everything. I will take care of the whole situation. And she has drained me and left me without a franc. And now she packed her luggages and left. Who does that? I thought this marriage thing is for better and for worse. Teresa said, don't bother. It is my sister, right? I am going to pull her back into this house. So chill. And she went to her room, and Jonathan was standing and smiling. Inside his heart, the useless Jonathan is like, oh, now somebody will give us something to eat. Now, in the morning, this lady made breakfast and everybody left. Teresa made breakfast and everybody ate. And Benny left to school. When Benny went to school, Teresa also left to go and see Clara, to go and talk some sense into Clara. Will Clara listen to her or not? Let's keep watching. So Benny also returned back home. And you don't want to know what Benny did. Immediately Benny was entering the house. Jonathan, first question. Have you collected that money that I asked you to collect from your mother? Benny was like, Father, I had a very stressful day. Please, I'm so exhausted. My day was as bad as none other day. And the father said, see, I don't care if you had a stressful day. I don't care if you had a bad day. I also have a stressful day and I also have a bad day. In short, my own problems are even bigger than yours. So my problem right now is for us to feed my stomach. I am hungry. So have you collected that money or not? Before I beat you here. And she said, Father, I went and mom gave me 30,000 instead of the 50,000 that I asked for. She now used her brain. Remember, the mother gave her 100,000. So she now told Jonathan that the mother gave her 30,000. Jonathan was like, so that your worthless, useless mother called Clara gave you just 30,000. She is unable to give you just 50,000. What is 50,000 that she cannot give you? You see the kind of person you call mother. You see the kind of person you are addressing as your mother. When I used to tell you that this woman is a bad omen, you used to think I'm joking. Wait, Jonathan, are we for real here? Useless Jonathan. You are calling 50,000 just. Are you the one to provide this money, or it was Clara to provide this money? To the extent you are even telling your daughter that just she could not provide just 50,000. Meanwhile, you're unable to provide 500, even 100 naira. May you never meet a Jonathan in your life, a useless Jonathan in your life. And Benny was like, that is better than nothing. At least you even gave me 30. You never even gave me anything. You could not even give me a dime. Now, how are we going to finish the remaining 20,000? Jonathan said, you see me? I told you that go to your mother. I gave you the tactics on how to collect money, drain money from her. If you needed 50, you were supposed to ask her 100, so that If she is not to give you the 100, at least she would have even given you 80 or even given you 60,000. And when she gives you that 60,000, you come now and remove 50,000 and pay for your excursion fee with it in school. And then you will give me the remaining money so that I can also hold it and hold my pocket with it and be a man. How will I be a man? So you have to go back there and scam her, rob her of her money, tell her if they ask you anything in school, always give her the double of the fee. Hear what Jonathan is telling Benny. Benny was like, oh, you are a curse in my life called father. I cannot question God why God gave me you as a father. That's Benny in her heart. Jonathan is as useless as what? As he goat. The useless Jonathan was telling the daughter, go back and take money from your mother, scam her, dupe her, and rob her of money from her pocket. And Benny now did what? Benny said she is even famished, that the mother never even gave her food to eat. Jonathan said, you see, when I tell you that that woman is evil, what a useless and worthless person called Clara. See, by the time she returns back to this house, I'll teach her a lesson. She doesn't provide food for us to eat. I don't need her. What I need is her money. What I need is the food she's cooking so that I can eat, not her. Jonathan, the kind of thunder that will strike you is not yet born yet. Now, Benny now said she wants to go to the kitchen to check if there's something to eat, if Auntie Teresa have made something for them to eat. And what happened? She kept her bag purposely because she removed that 30,000 and showed the father. So she kept it to see what the father would do. And immediately she got to the kitchen, she was spying on Jonathan, but Jonathan never knew. The useless Jonathan sneaked in, opened her bag, and removed the 30,000 and put inside his trouser. Rushed to the room and immediately dashed out to go and drink with Emeka. Jonathan has become a thief. You see that as days are going by, Jonathan's true colors are manifesting. That is how Benny shocked her head. Benny now said, so you are not just bad. You are not just a manipulator, a cheat, a liar. You are also a thief. Not just a scammer, but a thief. Jonathan shocked Benny. And guess what? Benny now left to go and tell her mother everything. Jonathan went drinking. And guess what? Clara was in the house and Teresa came to see Clara. Started telling Clara that you have to go back to Jonathan. I, as your elder sister, I am here to take you back to your marital home. You cannot destroy that home. You have invested so much in that home. Can you remember you sold our father piece of land? You took everything from the house and rendered us useless. We had to struggle, starve, all in the name of you giving everything to Jonathan. You sold everything the father ever left for us and gave the money to Jonathan. Clara, you said you shocked me. What kind of love is this? And you yourself, you were unable to go to school again. You were able to empower yourself. Your sister is unable to empower our own self. Your mother, everybody started struggling. You sold everything and gave the money to Jonathan. Jonathan took the money, went clubbing with women that are not even of your type and even insulted you again on top of it, but you still condoned it and you were there. Squandered everything, came again and met you, and you are still struggling to see if you could raise money and give him. You went and took money left and right and you still gave him. He still went and squandered the money. And now Teresa is saying that because of all this, you are not going anywhere. No woman will come to that house. It's you, because you have invested a lot inside this marriage. Even if Clara invested a lot, it doesn't warrant that she should stay in an abusive marriage or in a toxic marriage. Let her live and start all over again. It was a mistake she made, and I think she has learned from that mistake. So, if you are in a place and you are thinking that you are there because you have invested so much in that place and the place is not giving you peace of mind, your mental health is attacked on a daily basis, you better leave that environment. Those things are early things, and let nature handle that person for you, since it's not your fault. And Clara told this lady that she is not going back anywhere. And this lady said, Jonathan is a very fine guy. And if people discover that you are not in Jonathan's house, they are going to snatch Jonathan like that in minutes. Do they eat fineness? Ha! You know Clara's response that got me so happy? Clara said, the person should snatch uselessness. The person should snatch nonsense. The person should snatch rubbish, because that is who Jonathan is. The most laziest man on earth is Jonathan. A man who cannot go out there to work. A man who loiters around just to steal and dupe people, manipulate people, and take money and eat. Do you realize that I was the one taking care of all the house responsibilities? And you expect me to go there? I am comfortable here. I am happy here. I'm running my business here. Please leave me alone. And this lady said, no. I want to tell you this. Remember, I left my husband. I regret it today. I left because he couldn't provide for me. I left because I needed extraordinary life and he wasn't giving it to me. And today, he's married to another woman and God has blessed them and they are in Canada. Look at me here. I am not single because men are not coming. Men are coming, but to find that one that I left is difficult. Clara said, but your situation is different from mine. My situation is not your situation. My own case. At least you abandoned your man. You never stood by him. Your man was providing for you before he went down, before he had some little bankruptcy. And for you to stand by him so that he can climb back the ladder, you rather left him. And what do you expect? It's your fault. But my own case is Jonathan that chased me out. My own case, Jonathan is useless, lazy. He doesn't want to work. I'm the one carrying the family burden, and you expect me to sit there? No way, sister. I am done from here. And Clara left her there and went. So when she returned back home, she met Jonathan with the daughter, Benny. Benny shouting at the top of her voice that her money has been stolen. By who? By Jonathan. That Jonathan have stolen her money. She was shocked. She was like, are you sure? Let's go and check this money. They went and checked all over the place. They could not find it. And when they came back, Jonathan was sitting and eating his apple that he went and bought with part of the money. Jonathan said, are you trying to call me a thief? I'm going to beat you black and blue here. Jonathan is not even ashamed. The daughter said, I am very, very ashamed calling you father. I am very, very ashamed being your child. How can you steal from me? You cannot provide for me. And my mother gave me the money and you still stole the money from me. If you don't provide this money, I'm going to show you the other side of me that you will not like to see. And she left to school. When she left, Jonathan started crying and telling the sister that, you see, this is what Clara have turned Benny into. This is how he faced all the humiliations every day in his life. You know he's a manipulator, right? He's always good at that, and the sister started sympathizing with him. And this girl left, and when I met the mother in the restaurant, told the mother everything, exposed Jonathan the more to the mother. The mother was like, oh, Jonathan, when will you change? I regret ever having anything to do with you, Jonathan. I don't know what made me to ever accept you in my life. You are a disgrace, Jonathan. Every blessed day, useless Jonathan's true colors are coming out. And she had to do what? She had to give Benny another money and told Benny that let her not worry. She will go back to the house and handle Jonathan. The useless Jonathan. And Benny said, Mom, I kept my back there purposely so that I could expose him the more to you, so that you see the kind of human being you wanted to sacrifice your all for. So that when you would discover that this is how he is, it will give you more strength to ride on in your decision that you have taken. This Benny is a very smart kid, a very smart one. And Benny also told the mother that the father asked her to dupe her, to scam her, and to also tell her money that is not even needed, so that she can give her the money, so that she will come and also give his own. And the mother was like, Benny, thank you for opening my eyes. Thank you for making me see the realities of who Jonathan is. I thought my kindness and emotions blinded my eyes from seeing it, but you stood the gap and opened my eyes to see who I was married to. And Benny left to the house. Now Clara also went and met who? Met the sister in the house. Shouted at the top of her voice, where is that useless fellow, that worthless fellow who is stealing from the daughter? And the sister said, calm down, he is not here. And Clara explained everything to the sister. The sister was like, how far are you sure that he stole the money? And the sister said, that means you stole the money because it's just the three of you in this house. She said, God forbid, how can you level such accusation? You know I can never steal, talk less of taking something from Benny. I'm to give Benny and not to steal from Benny. She said, and that is the more reason why I'm saying that Jonathan did, and he has gone drinking with his friends. Emeka, tell him to provide that money. Because if he doesn't provide that money, I will make life miserable for him. I will be back. And Clara left. When Clara left, she was in the house contemplating and saying that what kind of trouble is this? What kind of a man is this stealing from his own child? That God forbid him marrying such a man. And Jonathan knocked at the door, drunk. After drinking with the maker, spent all that money. So Jonathan stole that money like that and went and useless it in drinking instead of doing something fruitful or positive with it. Meaning he doesn't even care about the daughter. He doesn't even care about the daughter's education, nothing. And when Teresa asked him, where are you coming from? He said, who is Teresa to be questioning him? Teresa said, you smell alcoholic. You have been drinking. Meaning you stole the money and you went drinking. As she was trying to level accusation, Jonathan got angry and pushed her to the floor, and that is how she fell and slumped. Is she dead or alive? Valorize your mental health. Stay tuned. Let's discover what becomes of Teresa, and when Teresa wakes up, will she keep supporting Jonathan or she will stand by Clara this time around? And what is she even doing in that house? She's supposed to be with Clara and not with Jonathan. What do you think? Let me hear your point of view in the comment section below. Thank you for watching.